love something that much, you're just not going to let anybody take it from you. You have to risk going too far to see how far you can actually go.
I need to go out there and dictate and impose my will and show that I'm the best in the world. I'm ready and I'm coming.
If I get hurt for a second, then I'm gonna come back at you harder. It's not gonna be pretty.
Onde eu quero chegar, eu quero estar entre os 3 melhores do mundo esse ano.
My desire to be champion, my passion for the sport has never been stronger. When that Octagon door closes, man, it's gonna be my night.
If you're not confident in yourself, this isn't the sport for you. If I didn't think I could be a world champion, I wouldn't be sitting here right now.
I'm not going to quit. I'm not going to give up. I'm not going to slow down. I don't think I can be beat by anybody in the world.
I don't care what that guy has to say. I don't need to see what he can do. He's going to see what I do.
You're nobody to me unless you're the champion.
Eu ainda não fiz aí 50% do que eu quero fazer ainda não.
Long hair swinging, middle finger in the air, dude. That's how we do it, man.
Winning's so much better. Why lose?
On July 26th, in the MMA hotbed of San Jose, California, the Octagon rises for UFC Fight Night on Fox. Around the world in preparation for this mammoth event, on the sport's most hallowed ground, 6 of the world's greatest fighters are honing their elite combat skills. A UFC welterweight title shot is on the line in a hugely anticipated 5-round main event. The division's top contender, ruthless Robbie Lawler, whose destructive power has generated a series of highlight reel finishes.
This is where Robbie Lawler is scary.
Squares off against Matt the Immortal Brown.
Matt Brown has done it again!
A relentless attacker on a 7-fight win streak, with 6 of those coming by way of knockout.
Outstanding performance by the Immortal One.
In a pivotal co-main event contest, Anthony Rumble Johnson,
Davis is in real trouble.
an explosive athlete with championship caliber talent who's just entering his prime,
Anthony Johnson just became one of the biggest contenders.
faces Brazilian legend Antonio Rogério Minotouro,
Again with the left hand.
whose Olympic-level boxing and world-class ground game have long made him one of MMA's biggest stars.
Incredible performance by Nogueira.
And in a crowd-pleasing matchup between 2 of the UFC's most electrifying fighters, Clay the Carpenter Guida will set a frenetic pace
He got rocked by Guida.
with aggressive grappling and non-stop striking
Oh, he's hurt. Clay Guida.
as he goes up against Dennis Bermudez, a former Ultimate Fighter finalist
Oh, vicious uppercut.
and one of the division's fastest rising stars.
How good was that? That was absolutely incredible.
When I first walked into a gym, I was the guy that said, what do I got to do to get in the UFC? When I asked that question, I knew it was going to be a difficult road, but I was dead serious. When I had turned my life around and I started becoming a serious martial artist and fighter, and I dropped the old ways, partying, drugs, alcohol. I mean, I literally shed my skin and became a new person. I don't feel a single part of it left in me. I don't even know who that person was. I just love this sport, man. I just love doing what I do, and when you love something that much, you know, you're just not gonna let anybody take it from you.
Since February 4th, 2012, Matt Brown has been unstoppable. The hallmark of his incredible 7-fight run has been highlight reel finishes, with opponent after opponent hitting the canvas, courtesy of Brown's powerful striking delivered with laser-like accuracy. Now, as Brown seeks one final victory to earn a shot at a UFC belt, it is a tribute to how far the man known as the Immortal has risen. A life where drug addiction was overcome and a second chance was forged by those closest to him.
When I first started fighting and I quit partying and everything and moved towards a life of martial arts was a lot for my father. When he passed away, that was a huge struggle for me because he was such a motivating factor. Basically, never lived up to his expectations.
Hold my hand, man. Be careful.
About the time that I started feeling like we were becoming closer and I was starting to be the man that he wanted me to be is about the time he passed away.
Let's go, come on.
It was a rough time, you know, where I was pretty lost and didn't know what I was motivated for, what I was doing anything for, where I was going to go.
What do you do in an octagon?
I thought the octagon was for fighting, not for running.
And that was actually about the same time, just a few months later, that my wife ended up pregnant.
Look at my muscles. They're really big now.
Wow. They're getting huge.
Yeah, but now I can catch punches.
Okay.
I grew up a lot in those couple of years. Your father passed away, have twins, lose 3 fights, almost lose your career. You know, I literally went from a boy to a man in those years. I know he was proud of how I changed myself before he passed away, and I'm sure he'd be even happier now.
1,000 miles away, another man raised in the Midwest has found a new home as he attempts to cement a hard-hitting career with a UFC belt.
It was a really easy decision coming down here and moving down here just because I spent so much time here training. This will be my 3rd fight in 6 months, so I've just been here all year pretty much, just getting ready for fights and training hard. There's a lot to do down here in Florida. You can head to the beach and hit the Atlantic Ocean up. It's nice to be around the ocean. Just nice to relax.
Making his professional debut in 2001 at age 19, Robbie Lawler proved to be a sensation, winning 7 straight fights, 6 by way of knockout.
Let's get knocked out!
His early successes in the middleweight division earned him acclaim for a devastating brand of striking and unmatched aggression. Upon his return to the Octagon in 2013 as a welterweight, 3 straight exhilarating performances re-established Lawler's reputation as one of the most feared fighters on the planet and earned him a title shot. Despite a great performance,
And again, he got hurt. Continuing to pour it on.
Lawler narrowly lost on the judges' scorecards to UFC champion Johnny Hendricks, but quickly rebounded just 2 months later by dismantling another top contender in typically ruthless fashion.
When I fight, I bring it all at all times. I want to knock people out. I want to stop people. I want to get in their face and I want to beat them up. That's how I fight.
Every fight he's going out to finish, you know. He just need to be ruthless. If he's ruthless, he's going to finish, and nobody can stand with him.
Right now, I don't really focus on anything except taking care of my body, getting stronger every day, pushing hard every day. My coaches are putting me in those positions that they think I'll be in the fight so that I'm technically ready to go, physically ready to go, and mentally ready to go in all positions. Like the workout we did today, it was 7 rounds of just getting after it. Striking, wrestling, grappling, ground and pounding. I mean, I'm in shape, I'm pushing myself, I feel strong in a lot of positions. I'm training with big guys, I'm training with fast guys, so wherever the fight goes, I'm going to be ready, and I'm going to be ready for 5 rounds hard.
Nice.
I feel like if we win 8 rounds, I'd be okay.
When I fight you, I'm gonna end your night.
Vou ganhar minha luta e vou surpreender. Muita gente está achando que eu vou perder.
He's in my way of my ultimate dream.
I'm a firecracker. I'm looking to go in there and break a guy.
In the city by the bay, for the first time ever, the welterweight contenders readying to square off for a shot at the UFC belt meet face to face in order to promote their fight.
This is the first time you guys met? Today?
Oh, I've seen him around before.
Yeah? Hey, Darren?
Yeah, at shows. I've never met you, but I've seen you before.
All right, welcome back to Sports Byline. Thanks for joining us. It is now time to talk MMA. We've got Ruthless, Robbie Lawler, and Matt the Immortal Brown. I was looking at something that Brett Okamoto said. Matt Brown has never faced a guy like Lawler before, and that maybe you don't know what you're getting yourself into.
People always say stupid things like that, but every fight's a new fight, and either way, I still got to get in there and do the same thing. There's no expectations in any fight. You never know what's going to happen.
You guys are training to, frankly, beat the hell out of each other, and yet you guys are basically travel partners. Am I missing something, or is that really odd for you guys?
Obviously, my opponent's been at a lot of the same places I've been going to, so, I mean, I see how tall he is, I see how big he is, but I'm here to promote a fight and have a good time, and it's just part of the job.
I hope he respects me. I don't really care if he does either, but it doesn't affect me anymore.
Matt Brown represents my next opponent. I mean, I'm concentrating on him. My coaches are breaking him down, and I'm getting my body ready to fight him.
If I were to ask you straight up, do you think it goes 5?
Make one mistake and pop, game's over. So, you know, that's kind of his forte, I think. And there's nothing easy about this fight.
July 26th, tickets on sale down at the Tank. UFC Fight Night, Lawler and Brown.
For Lawler, the return to Florida is in time for a weekly team tradition.
Tonight we're going to play a little bit of cards, we're going to joke around, we're going to eat and have a good time. It's good for the fighters to be around outside the training facility, just hanging out and having a good time. 500 total. I race. It's nice to do something other than just train and think about your fight. 1,500. Yeah. I know it's my card. I just have 2 pair. Oh, no, I don't. Son of a bitch, I never looked at my cards. Did you win? I'm all right at poker. I mean, some days I'm just not getting the cards, and some days I'm not getting the cards and I'm doing well, so it's just try to play it. I call. I'm on a draw. Hit it. Yeah, I'm out.
While Lawler doesn't always excel at poker, no one questions the grueling training regime that has led to his status as one of the world's best finishers.
I want to get better in all aspects. I want to be stronger, I want to be faster, I want to be a better striker, so that's what I do every fight. It's just getting better every day and pushing yourself so that you can compete at a high level.
10 seconds, hard.
Never gonna go wrong with this one. You're dealing with a reckless mind. You're not here to help me. Hold up.
Right now, I just feel like I'm getting better every day. Physically, I'm getting stronger. My technique's coming along, and mentally, I'm growing.
All day.
I'm just getting better, and I was a pretty good fighter before. I just need to go in there against Brown and show the world what I'm capable of, and don't put it in the hands of the judges. Plain and simple.
There we go. That's what I want. Catch them there. Big pull. 1.
I don't need to do all the trash talking. I try to do it with my fists, my knees, and my feet.
1 more. Hard as you can. Good.
I don't need to see what he can do. He's going to see what I do.
For Matt Brown, the objective is simple: outwork his opponent.
I always try to set a goal past what is a realistic goal. When I look all the way back, I mean, every expectation I've ever set for myself was ridiculous. It's a constant game of cat and mouse that I'm playing with myself all the time. Setting an expectation and chasing after it.
Big air. Chest up.
I don't feel like I'm really close to the top of the mountain, even though on paper I am. But I see so much I can improve every day. You have to risk going too far to see how far you can actually go.
Drive, drive, do not give up. Push, there you go, push, push, push. Pump, pump, push. 3, 2, 1, go.
You know, the awesome things about the sport is you see all sides of yourself. You see the deepest inner workings of yourself. It all comes out at some point or another. And then decide if you want everybody else to know who you are. Because if you fight long enough, everybody's going to find out who you are.
For myself, I just want to simply be the best that I can be. I see the summit, hell of an obstacle in front of me.
There, nice.
I'd probably not fight a guy as proven as Robbie. I think I fought guys as good as Robbie, as tough as Robbie, as skilled and everything, but not as proven.
I'm not going to quit. I'm not going to give up. I'm not going to slow down. I'm not going to take no for an answer.
Angle when you're done, Matt. Angle when you're done. Angle when you're done. Nice.
We're not looking to point fight. We're not looking to dance around and be slicker and smoother. You know, we're looking to put a hurting on the opponent.
Good, good. Angle, angle.
I don't care what he thinks, what he feels. I don't think I can be beat by anybody in the world.
I just got to go out there and make sure his night doesn't end the way he planned on it ending.
Eu acho que a minha experiência vai muito ao meu favor também para essa luta.
I don't feel any pressure.
It is here, deep in the heart of Georgia, that one of the UFC's most powerful fighters first found his calling. Few men possess the sheer explosive athleticism that Anthony Johnson has been given. With 11 of the 17 victories coming by way of knockout, there is no denying that the man known as Rumble has the power and speed to be UFC champion. Despite numerous impressive finishes during his first tour in the UFC at welterweight and middleweight, Johnson was cut from the world's best organization in 2012 after the 6'2" fighter continually struggled to make weight. In April, Johnson returned to the UFC as a light heavyweight to dismantle highly regarded contender Phil Davis and extend his resurgent win streak to 7 impressive victories. His drive for UFC glory has never appeared greater, but before setting his sights on legendary Brazilian Antonio Rogério Nogueira, Johnson reunites with those who matter most.
I love being with my family. My family's to me, they're so relaxed and laid back and just real chill. So I'm very happy to be able to come to this barbecue.
What I saw was a mixture of who I was and what I've become.
My family's all in, 100%. I'm glad that they appreciate me for what I do, and I just want to make them proud.
Yeah, he give me my opponent's game plan before I can come up with a game plan.
Yeah, it's interesting. You know, we can give our own views of it and everything.
Yeah, he'll for sure call me and give his 2 cents. He changed his 2 cents to 50 cents, boy. He get it quick.
My nieces and nephews, you know, whenever I come home, they love being around me, and I love being around them and just playing with them and having fun.
I dare you to fight John Jones.
You want me to fight John Jones? It'll happen one day. You ready, boy?
It's just a stress reliever for me whenever I go home and I can see the family, because, you know, once you get in camp, they're like all out.
For Johnson, training camp lies just one state away. But for a man seeking redemption, the state of mind could not be more different.
Being back in the UFC is a blessing. When I found out I was dropped from the UFC, I was crushed. My body was just changing. You know, I guess it just got tired of me losing weight for so long. I was dropping from about 210 down to 170, you know, and that was hell. I was glad that it happened because it made me grow, made me mature as a person and as a fighter. I knew what I needed to do.
Good, 2 left.
I worked really hard to get back where I am. I've matured a lot. I've learned a lot. I'm looking forward to all the challenges that everybody brings with this weight class. These people who doubt me have never seen my true talent. They never seen me training. They remember the old Anthony Johnson. They didn't know the new guy.
We got problems, we gotta face them. I'm looking one way, you turn the other way. Why do we run away? Why do we run away?
You know what I mean? Because when I fight you, I'm gonna end your night.
A hemisphere away, in a country seeking athletic redemption, one of the greatest Brazilian fighters of all time readies for his latest monumental clash. During Antonio Rogério Nogueira's revered 13-year career, he has harnessed Olympic-caliber boxing and his third-degree black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu to have his hand raised 21 times, including victories over many of the biggest names in the history of the sport, victories that cemented his legendary status. Despite defeating fellow UFC icon Rashad Evans in his last Octagon appearance, injuries have kept Nogueira sidelined for over a year, time that he seeks to make up for as he trains close to home.
A vida aqui no Brasil é muito boa. Eu sou abençoado, né? Moro num lugar muito gostoso, na frente da praia. A vida aqui no Brasil é muito gostosa. Eu acho que o treino, a gente procura relaxar da melhor forma possível aqui.
Vamos escrever. Escreve o nome do papai.
Você consegue escrever o nome do papai?
Qual que é a letra do nome do papai? Olha, Rogério, ela fez o R.
Conheci o Rogério já tem 3 anos que eu tô com ele. E cada dia que passou foi me surpreendendo, porque realmente, assim, não é... É difícil o atleta que tem a parte física e tem a parte emocional, que é um atleta completo.
Depois que eu conheci ela, foi isso, a gente casou, a gente tem uma relação muito boa. Ela é uma pessoa que cuida muito da minha filha. Então realmente é uma pessoa que veio para somar na minha vida. E de 2 anos para cá eu sou abençoado de ter uma pessoa como ela do meu lado.
Eu levo.
The inspiration Nogueira gathers from his family is put to use here, where Nogueira seeks to put the difficulty of the past 18 months behind him.
Eu acho que 1 ano e meio é muito tempo para ficar fora do octógono. Realmente, você perde um pouco o ritmo de luta. Para melhorar, né, esse efeito que eu vou sentir dessa pressão.
A fraqueza é que ele é muito limitado tecnicamente. E o Rogério é muito bem tecnicamente no boxe. Coisa que o Anthony Johnson não tem. É saber caminhar, é saber fazer as combinações e andar. É o nosso forte. Vamos usar muito isso nessa luta.
Mas o meu retorno foi sempre me testando. Quando eu retornei, eu vi que eu estava treinando bem com todo mundo aqui de alto nível. E eu vi o quanto eu podia ainda chegar na luta. Eu tenho a ambição de estar entre os melhores da minha categoria, com certeza. E eu vou estar.
As Antonio Rogério Nogueira's day of reckoning nears, he finds clarity in his mission.
Acho que no UFC a gente não pode escolher adversário. Acho que tem que ter uma luta que faça jus, né? Onde eu estava ali entre os 5 melhores da minha categoria. Então acho que é uma forma de me testar e de chegar cada vez mais perto, onde eu quero chegar. Eu quero estar entre os 3 melhores do mundo esse ano. Eu acho que uma chance de uma luta como essa vai me colocar muito próximo onde eu quero chegar. Tem muita gente falando, né, que o Anthony Johnson é o favorito dessa luta, pela fase que ele tá. Eu acho que o número de vitórias que ele vem aí, ele vem realmente numa grande carreira. Mas eu acredito muito no meu trabalho que eu venho fazendo. Acho que a minha experiência vai muito ao meu favor também para essa luta. Então estou muito confiante no meu trabalho e com certeza eu vou estar lá para dar o meu melhor. Não importa o resultado da luta, mas com certeza eu vou lá, na minha cabeça eu vou subir para vencer essa luta. Eu acho que no momento da luta, de tudo que eu vivi já do Octógono, isso aí não vai ser só uma fase ali que está acontecendo na carreira dele.
Anthony Johnson's newfound focus includes pushing the envelope, both mentally and physically.
All I know is they make me stand in this little tube and they freeze me to death, so it sucks for 4 or 3 minutes, but after that I feel great.
The athletes get into here and it's 3 minutes long. It's cryotherapy. It's like an ice bath, but it uses liquid nitrogen. For 3 minutes, the liquid nitrogen actually gets to about negative 150 degrees Celsius, which is closer to that minus 300 Fahrenheit. Go ahead and rotate for me. Are you feeling good? Ultimately, what it's doing is tricking the body into thinking they're in a very cold environment, and it vasoconstricts all the blood vessels. And then from there, once they get out of the sauna, it vasodilates. So all the blood flow goes rushing back and all the oxygen and nutrients back into the body. So, how was that?
Sucked, but it was good, you know.
Yeah.
I feel better, but I just don't like the cold. All right, thank you.
Yep, for sure. Enjoy it.
You know, Guerrero's a fighter. He's tough. He's gonna go down in history as a legend one day.
It's the first round. Be smart.
But I'm excited to fight him. I'm ready to see what he has to offer.
Drop the left when you have a chance. Yeah. Let's go, Jay.
I'm younger. I haven't been in near as many battles as he has. I'm faster and stronger, and I hit harder. I see it going my way. I don't see him taking me down. And if somebody hits the ground, it's going to be him. Gotta knock him out.
I'm gonna find a way to win.
We're going to have a head-on collision, man.
Like, I want him not to want to fight anymore.
That doesn't shake me for a second. When that octagon door closes, man, it's going to be my night.
The land of enchantment has long been known as an elite MMA proving ground, forged by the tough streets and tougher gyms around Albuquerque. With blue-collar roots and an unbreakable will, Clay Guida's 19 action-packed UFC bouts have earned the former carpenter a reputation as one of the UFC's toughest and most durable competitors. A furious fighting style and feared ground game have kept the fan favorite at the top of the sport for over 8 years. But he remains the only man to ever defeat lightweight champ Anthony Pettis in the UFC. Now fighting at featherweight, Guida has already defeated 2 of Japan's best and looks ready to make another run at gold. As impressive as Guida has been inside the octagon, the nomadic fighter remains unique outside of it.
I literally just rolled into town, and I haven't even unpacked my house. This is the Dude Mobile, and usually there's more room. These slide outs, these bump outs, they pop out. We've had wrestling matches right in here, me and my teammates. My philosophy about it is I think people put so much emphasis on having a stationary place, you know, but this is, you're always at home when you're on the road, when you can just pick up and go anytime. Kind of how I live my life, and I've been traveling since I was 18 and haven't stopped since. It's like a way of life. Dudism, man, it's the slowest growing religion in the world. I always love being on the move. I love going to music festivals. I love going to see reggae bands, punk bands, you name it, man. I just, that stuff, it pumps me up. I love to see people doing their thing and having fun. I love being part of it. Settling down is It's something you do when you're dead, man. That's something I'll do in my 70s, 80s. This is not a job for me. This is a hobby that I'm lucky enough to get paid for. It's incredible. Coach calls this the Trail of Tears. I call it the Trail of Laughter because it's all flipping that, that mindset. In this sport, in this life, I think heart takes you a lot further than skill and technique. Just digging down deep, and it'll take you a lot further in life. I actually started fighting before I started training. I went to watch my brother fight. One of the opponents fell out, begged my brother, begged and pleaded with him, his coaches. I'm like, I can wrestle these guys, Jay? And he's like, nah, man, this ain't a wrestling match. You're gonna get kicked and punched in the face, and I don't want to see my little bro get hurt. And somehow I talked him into it. I got kicked in the face, I got punched in the face, but I had a great time doing it, man. There's no one that can beat me in that octagon. I expect to win. I have the mindset of a champion. I have the mindset of a Tom Brands, of a Cael Sanderson. Everyone else sucks. I know what's up here and what's here and what my dedication and my desire to be champion. My passion for the sport has never been stronger than it is now.
1,800 miles to the east lives one of the Empire State's emerging MMA stars. Building from his base as a former nationally ranked NCAA Division I collegiate wrestler, inside the octagon, Dennis Bermudez has unleashed a tenacious brand of ground and pound to rocket up the UFC featherweight rankings. A finalist from the ultra-competitive Season 14 of The Ultimate Fighter, Bermudez has won 6 straight fights, showcasing championship-caliber grit and powerful finishing moves to earn accolades while dominating opponents. As the 27-year-old looks to complete his transformation from fast riser to title contender, every day begins with a reminder of who he fights for.
Maddox, a.k.a. the Mad Ox. That's my boy, man. It's nice, being on the grind and having a hard day of training, and I come home and he's hanging out with his mom, and I open the door and I look around and he's just like, big smile, and then run, like kind of charges me. It's a great feeling, Whoa! Monkus, you are a crazy driver.
He's such a good dad. He's so funny with him. Honestly, it's a comedy to watch the two of them together.
Monkus, hands on the wheel.
Wow, we're getting crash.
Do you know how much horsepower this thing has?
Really?
Look.
I think your shorts are a little too tight, cutting off circulation to your brain.
I don't think that's it. Maddox takes away even the thought of MMA consuming my life. Son, listen, the cops are gonna pull you over. One of the things I think that took away some of my success in wrestling was I loved wrestling so much and wanted to win so bad that it hurt me. Now I'm in the UFC on the biggest stage, and it doesn't even faze me. I just go out there and just have a good time. Because he's the most important to me, not MMA, So if I have a bad day in here, as long as he's healthy and he's happy, I'm happy.
Hey, I'm leaving. Can I kiss bye?
Jeez! What are you doing? I just wanted a kiss.
Hey, love you.
When I'm training and when I'm home, I'm always happy and smiling and trying to make everyone around me laugh and have a good time. The cage is the only place that I'm really like
His ground game's gotten a lot better. It's his control, his defense. We're looking at Clay's game, and he explodes a lot. So what we're looking to do is control him, but exploit his explosions, and end up in an advantageous position.
July 26th, we're coming.
Eu acredito no jiu-jitsu, ele luta qualquer black belt jiu-jitsu. Agora o tênis e o jiu-jitsu dele está muito melhor, desde a primeira vez que ele foi finalizado pelo Diego Brandão.
Since the Ultimate Fighter, any submission attempt that's ever been thrown at me just got dismissed easily and then just worked right through it and beating up a guy.
I'm looking to go in there and break a guy. When I hit him and he backs up and then I'm right in his face, ready to hit him again, I want them thinking to themselves, wow, this is awful. I'm having trouble breathing right now because this guy won't get out of my face. He won't leave me alone. He keeps hitting me. Like, I want him not to want to fight anymore.
Every day that he trains, he gives you 100%.
One more.
And the biggest thing, though, even when it's fight night, is to have fun. It's more mental than anything, and he definitely is mentally tough.
It's going to definitely be, you know, the battle of will. But I'm a firecracker, boy. I'm going to find a way to win. If I dominate Clay Guida, which I plan to do, I'm going to scream for a title shot. I like to come here, like, especially kind of during my fight camp. It's like relaxing, you know, I get to see the fellas, you know. And what my philosophy is, look good, feel good, then you do good, you know.
When he fights, we probably have a crowd in here, 40 people maybe. This is one of his best right here on TV right now.
Me versus Mac Rice.
I was up in war. That was a bad.
It actually almost got fight of the year, but some people think I got robbed.
Who's next to get the answer?
Clay Guida? Yeah. There's two things people think about when, you know, you say Clay Guida. They think of, like, he's a goer, he keeps moving, he pushes a lot of action, and then his hair. If he cut his hair, he wouldn't be Clay Guida, you know?
Dennis beats him. He should shave all his hair off. That's what he should do.
To culminate training, Bermudez journeys to the Golden State, where each of his recent camps have ended by pushing the limits of sports and science.
Coming here to Cal State Fullerton, we're just refining the adjustments we made from the last camp to this camp and made sure they worked accordingly.
Remember what I said about just touching it, not breaking it? We tested him several months ago. Actually, we test him pretty frequently, and so we want to get a gauge of where he's at compared to where he's been in the past. A 3-inch improvement in vertical jump is tremendous. Essentially, what we're looking at is how much force Dennis can produce, but more importantly, how fast he produces that force. Go, 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 go! Good. In a sport like MMA, if it takes him a long time to produce all the force, it's too late. So he needs to be able to produce as much as he can, as quickly as he can. There it is. This is pretty much a direct indicator of his MMA power. How much damage is he doing with his shots? Smash the pad, break the pad.
The last camp we did these tests, and this time around we're even better. So you're going to see an even better Dennis Bermudez than you saw in the last fight.
There it is, solid. That's your highest one. My job's done, boys. I can't do anything else.
Thank you, sir. Right now, in this second, getting the belt isn't even really on my mind. What drives me is winning. I just win one fight at a time, and that belt will come with winning. All my energy, everything I've done for the last 3 months, maybe even longer, has been for this fight. Not for the belt, it's for this fight. Obviously, I want to make a statement. Clay Guida knows it's about to be brought to him. I'm not going to run away. I'm not going to sit there. I'm going to get into his face, and we're going to meet in the middle. We're going to punch each other in the face and really grind it out. Clay can have all his fans and stuff like that, but I'm going to win this fight.
Between Clay Guida's 2-a-day workouts, he finds time for another form of adrenaline.
Hey, Johnny, just try to stay out of my way, okay? John is not going to win. It's pretty much a race between him and I. We might not take first, but he's going to end up behind me, so I've had harder challenges.
I'm coming for you, Johnny! Here it comes on the outside! Oh, boy! Oh, boy!
lucky ones, man. Think of what I get to do every day. I get to get up and go put on gloves, go wrestle, go grapple with some of the best guys in the world.
Remember, guys, and I'm going to hammer this into your head. Striking and grappling working in tandem. It's not grappling. It's not striking. It's this cool new sport called mixed martial arts. You should check it out.
This isn't about one person, this gym. We all train together to become the best.
What did I do wrong, Cub? Come on, dude. Let me have it.
I want each of my teammates to get the most out of their training. I want them to get the most out of their career and their time here. I think a true leader is someone that can relate to the people around you and just find that little thing in each person that motivates them or makes them train a little bit harder.
Yep, perfect. Out you go. So perfect, I want to... Whoa, whoa! Clay Guida went crazy.
My fighting style kind of differs from 9 out of 10 fighters. It's grueling, a lot of takedowns, a lot of wrestling. Sometimes we'll, stand them up, knock them out, rock them, sock them robots. We get bloodied up and we brush the blood out of our face and wipe the snots and the drool, and we get back in there and we dig in for more, man. Dennis Bermudez, he's in my way of my ultimate dream. I'm the ultimate underdog. I visualize, getting my hand raised every day. I visualize this fight going on the ground. When we go on the feet, we're going to be tagging each other. This is going to be who's got more. We're going to have a head-on collision, man.
This ain't rehearsing.
Before each fighter sets foot in the UFC octagon, they know that it is here, during the grueling weeks of training camp, where victory will be forged.
I've grown a lot as a fighter.
Então, eu luto pela minha família, eu luto pelos meus amigos.
When you love something that much, you're just not going to let anybody take it from you.
Take a hike.
I enjoy the suffering. You have to risk going too far to see how far you can actually go.
Eu acho que a minha experiência vai muito ao meu favor também para essa luta.
He's got a ton of experience. I just think, I don't see him beating me in any way, shape, or form.
I want to be a world champion. That's the goal. That's why I'm fighting.
He's in my way of my ultimate dream.
Clay Guida is famous in the MMA world. I'm going to knock him out or I'm going to tap him out.
We're going to have a head-on collision, man.
I want him not to want to fight anymore.
Tough little dude, man, but his days will be numbered come July 26th.
When it comes to Robbie Lawler, I don't care what that guy has to say. I don't care what he thinks. I need to go out there and impose my will, and he's going to see what I do. It only comes down to who's better.
Soon the war of words will cease, leaving only action inside the octagon to decide their fate as UFC Fight Night on Fox arrives.